What's up guys, welcome to a new Kengan Omega chapter review. Today we have chapter 109. Shout out to this absolute legend on the Kengan Ashura subreddit for releasing these early translations. As you're watching today's video, the better or more official translation should be out. But yep, as a whole, this chapter was absolute greatness. We had Lo Long being even more of a Chad than what he was last chapter, which I didn't even think was possible. We have Carlos and Ryuto action, which was fun to see. And of course, the setup for the next fight, absolute hype. Let's get into it. The title of the chapter is very fitting in my opinion, just Lo Long alone. We start with Ryuto and Carlos running to the arena, and we see that Ryuto is keeping up with Carlos. Does that mean Ryuto same speed as Carlos confirmed? Both light speed? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Yeah, we have them talking about how this isn't a good idea. Ryuto mentions whether it was a good idea to leave Falcon behind. Carlos mentions that he's more injured than, Carlos and, Ryuto himself. We got Ryuto, talking about Justice Boy being an absolute lunatic again. And then we got something interesting from Carlos. He says, the one we have to stop is Lo Long. So maybe Carlos thinks Lo Long's going to kill both Justice Boy and Nicholas, or just absolutely destroy them or something. We cut back to the arena. Lo Long is standing there after absolutely rolling Nicholas and Justice Boy last chapter. We have Justice Boy, of course, getting up saying, how dare you stand against justice, as expected. We had a similar thing with Kanagito in Kengan Ashura when Kanagito, told him to not kill the Guardians. He said a similar thing, but didn't actually attack him. We got Lo Long repeating himself. Both parties forfeit. Do not make me repeat myself. We got Nicholas starting to rise up again. Why are you doing this? Stay out of it, Lo Long. I've already decided. He dies. Lo Long just being an absolute Chad. I'll only say it once more. Nicholas, stay down. And Nicholas actually threatens saying, he's going to kill Lo Long as well. Lo Long's like, whatever. Before I continue, make sure you're subscribed, and if you're an absolute mad lad, check out the other stuff in the description, like the Discord and Patreon. Now, back to the video. He somehow dodges Justice Boy from a blind attack from behind. He says, you imbeciles are beyond saving. We see Justice Boy bleeding from his face and falling back after receiving that elbow. We have Nicholas getting up and getting ready to charge Lo Long, but Lo Long way too fast and pretty much one-shots Nicholas. We see the reaction from various Kengan fighters. Galang a little bit freaked out, Waka a little bit freaked out, Koga a little bit freaked out, Misasa and Okubo the most freaked out. I'm shocked to see Misasa's eyes, going this wide here. And of course the absolute gun Kanagito with straight face gang. And we see Nicholas fall to ground. He has been absolutely one-shot by Lo Long here, like zero difficulty. So Lo Long can just, 2v1 both Justice Boy and Nicholas while they're injured, like zero difficulty. Just dodge them both. And then out of nowhere, we see that Oma is in the arena. He teleports as well. Everyone, in the Kenganverse can just use instant transmission at this point, apart from, Carlos and Ryuto, which are light speed running through the halls. We have Lo Long saying, do you intend on stopping me? Oma's response, only if necessary. That guy can't fight anymore, referring to Nicholas knocked out on the ground. Anything else will just be overboard. And then we see that Justice Boy is still trying to attack Lo Long, still going crazy. And we see that Ryuto is trying to hold him back. And then Carlos comes in and, throws a nice clean punch on the chin of Justice Boy, knocking him out quickly so Ryuto can restrain him properly. And he does mention he'll be up soon, so it's not like a full crazy knockout punch. But yeah, the real Carlos Medel can one-tap Justice Boy confirmed, absolute peak raw power in the verse. Then we have Carlos talking to Lo Long, and it seems like Carlos is trying to calm Lo Long down. He says, we only need to focus on the future fight right now. After all, aren't we professionals? We got, Lo Long, just looking at him like, what are you trying to say? He's like, very well, you can leave those fools for Purgatory to handle. We have Oma thanking Carlos for his help, and then we have Carlos saying the following. I actually feel pity for the Kengan team. Eventually, the king's going to fight. So Carlos is pretty much saying whoever fights Lo Long is going to get absolutely destroyed, that he's too powerful. And it kind of seems that way with how fast he was and how easily he destroyed Nicholas and Justice Boy during that. And then we got the referee announcing that this fight was pretty much a draw. As a penalty, both Nicholas and Justice Boy are going to be detained until the end of the competition. So I doubt it we're going to see them again unless a, worm invasion occurs at the end. They break out of their cells or whatever and start going crazy. We got Okubo mentioning that this is basically what that asshole Ryan did. Anyway, who is Lo Long? He is quite the extraordinary one. Then we have Oma saying the following, and Kazi saying he's the strongest one. Oma says, it's not just his strength. his agility is out of this world, and looking back at that dodge he did on Justice Boy, it kind of looked very similar to the Nico style technique Phantom Pace, but since Oma didn't really notice that it was or point out that it was Phantom Pace, I'm guessing that's just his insane agility that he used here. And then something even more insane that Oma says, this is still about Lo Long. He's a freak monster that's taken the look of a human. He's undoubtedly the top dog of Purgatory, and he may not be considering the Tiger Vessel. You got Kazi saying, including Lo Long, there are 4 matches left. The remaining fighters include the 2 Demon's Fists, Dong Chen and Faye. I still believe Faye is the Tiger Vessel. We have Lo Long, and then this is what Kazi says about Tarashi, and one more whose true colors still remain a mystery. He mentions that Tarashi has almost no history or results to go off, so I'm guessing he's fairly new to Purgatory, which could also imply the possibility that Tarashi is the Tiger Vessel. As we know, it can't be Dong Chen or Lo Long due to them appearing in the Jirota flashback, which was way more than 2 years ago. Tarashi stated to be fairly new, and Faye became a Demon's Fist 2 years ago, so it could very well be Tarashi, but Faye is still being left aside, nothing really being said about him whatsoever so far. I still do think Faye is a Tiger Vessel and Tarashi will be some other mysterious fighter. Kazi mentions again that they can't gauge Tarashi's power. The next 3 fights are going to be crucial for us to win, and then he picks Novel Dude to fight next. I like that Kazi is being assertive here and working out the best way for them to win. They see that Lo Long, who he thinks is the strongest on Team Purgatory, has walked back, so he's most likely not fighting, so he selects one of the weaker fighters remaining on Team Kangen, Novel Dude, to fight next, which is pretty smart from my boy Kazi. Gotta respect that. We got the walkout panel for Novel Dude looking pretty cool. I really enjoy that. And then we have Team Purgatory. We got Dong Chen saying, I'll take my turn before you guys. Faye's response, now really? Lo Long to Dong Chen. Forget about what happened to Naden, stay focused on your match. His response, who do you think you're talking to, Lo Long? Don't forget, I'm a pro. And then we have his walkout panel as well. 3 Demon Fist, Great Serpent, Dong Chen, absolute hype. And that is the end of the chapter. We got the, setup for the next fight, which is going to be pretty interesting. I'll have my prediction video between Dong Chen and Novel Dude out in a few days. My next video will be Nicholas versus the Kangenasho Annihilation Tournament fighters. Then I'll do my prediction video for this fight, and then I'll probably do my Justice Boy in Omega versus the Ashura fighters, and I'll also have a Jujutsu Kaisen chapter review out in between those as well, because that's coming back. But yeah, as a whole, absolute fire chapter. Lo Long seems to be like unstoppable, one of the strongest characters we'll ever see in Kangen. For sure, top tier. Everyone's insane reactions to him, destroying Nicholas and Justice Boy. Absolute hype all around. And yeah, that's pretty much everything for today's review. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to subscribe. As always, shout out to the people who support the channel via the Patreon, absolute mad lads. And yep, that's pretty much everything, guys. Laters.